On the previous episode of 4TL of Wrestling.
Let's
Turn the volume down.
wash it. Oh.
I see you're still on the juice. I'm still wearing black, by the way. Still grieving. Know what this is. I'm not saying this is a total breakup. This might be a little break. But see, relevancy means I'm talking about you. Ratings means I'm watching your product. And revenue means I'm paying you for your stuff. I'm going to take a pause. Because essentially what you're calling me is an idiot. MLA. Is there anything like it on the planet aside from wrestling in Mexico?
I would say no.
You don't have to answer that, Flex.
We could see a fourth rope MLA combination of things.
You know, I want in. I want to be involved.
As you should.
I don't know to what capacity. I don't even care if it's just a picture with President Ordaz, Westside, and us. I am going to rewatch Beltline Mania because it had everything I needed. This was a phenomenal show, and I cannot wait to be there in person.
And you know what? I actually do think that you might have a more star power team, but it's not about having the stars. It's about keeping them and making new ones. I got hungry lionesses that are coming to take your spot. You see a tank around your promotion, don't say anything. Just say, I was warned.
Unbelievable.
But then there was a fifth man. Who's the fifth man? Like I said, MVP of the day. Eddie Hindrixx literally pulls up to the commentary and says, I'm in this match now. And what's the first thing he does? He pulls a Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan edge, stack him, pin him, 2 falls right there. Hey, I mean, look, right now, we are in the presence of RingZilla, and we do not want to be stacked and pinned. The shooting star has put us maybe in that position right now, and I'm very worried. But hopefully, the RingZilla is
I'm in a good mood.
RingZilla today, and not one that is going to put us through the mat.
I don't know how long you're going to be in a good mood as long as he has that ring around his neck.
Is that a ring around his neck? Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? It is Mr. RingZilla, because one ring. So you're the RingZilla right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the ring leader.
Oh, okay.
So if you want the intro, y'all can have the intro because it's your boy back again. Flex. Washing. Ooh. 10.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. So, look, it's a beautiful day out here. You already know what it is. I'm out here. What we got? Hit him with that flex. We got the shooting star himself, RingZilla. We up. You already know. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all inviting me out today, having me on the show. Unfortunately for y'all, since I haven't been paid and there isn't a ring around, no one's going through a mat.
Yeah, that's good to know. But with the way Flex has been acting recently, he's probably next in line.
Hey, man, look, it's all business. Just know that, afterwards I can dap you up and, just know that maybe next time you probably shouldn't have said what you said. It's a simple thing. You know, Hendrixx is very simple. I'm very easygoing. I get paid. I hurt people. I enjoy what I do. And just like Candyman or Beetlejuice, as long as you don't say my name, I ain't got nothing to say to you. It's simple. You don't say nothing about me, I ain't gonna have to come to you.
You hear that, Flex?
What? Wait, first of all, from one ring wearer to a RingZilla, this is ring talk right now. So yes, I understand what he's saying, because right now we are in, you know, obviously he's the man, he's the RingZilla. But you know, down here in the 4TL universe, the ring leader is upon us. And I'm still your 4TL ever champion.
Wait a minute now.
Big bro. That's what I got to say about that.
That's very interesting, because of things that you said off the air that cannot be verified because it wasn't recorded. And the guilt on your face proves that I am correct.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I was laughing because why? First of all, that was an AI. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about that might have been AI. I mean, you might chat GBT me to say that. Like, what? I wouldn't say anything of whatever you're talking about. So
shoot. Hey, Flex, stop talking. Shoot, what are you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? He talking crazy.
So we have this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do predictions for, well, I don't know how long we're gonna do this, because anyway, WWE PLEs, we do predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever gets the most right gets ownership of the ring. Obviously, if it's a tie, then the person who holds it holds it. So with Backlash,
my favorite fucking promo of all time. Excuse
and
me.
I can't blame you.
Backlash. Hear that?
So we tied with our predictions, but man, with all the releases that have been happening recently, I told him, I was like, yo, man, this morning, because I was running around Saturday morning, I was like, man, when I kind of think about what's next, storyline wise, because everyone's like, oh man, y'all got rid of Kairi saying this Io and Asuka match doesn't mean as much. And I'm like, well, if Kairi Sane's not here, then what's really next for Asuka? I'm not really confident. Plus, you start hearing things like they want their superstars to be younger, and Asuka's like 44 years old and all that. And I told Flex, I was like, man, I hope I'm wrong, but I have this very overwhelming feeling that this is it for Asuka.
You know, you may not be wrong. And, you know, the way it was almost set up, it's like, in this grand scheme of things, what more does Asuka have to prove?
To prove, I would say nothing. I just think in the eyes of a casual fan, because she was away for a hot minute. She had people stalking her, you know, she was away for a minute, and then she comes back as a solo star right in time for Queen of the Ring, and then after that she was just a tag team wrestler. So I just think when you are ranking the top, most people don't have Asuka. I feel like it's the Beckys, the Charlottes, the Rheas. Like, those are the names that people are going to be thinking about. But if you rewinded to 5 years ago, Asuka may have been on that top 4 or 5 list.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's in the ring, it's more of the, oh yeah, we remember who you are. But as long as there's not a storyline where she's a champion or like a serious threat to a champion, people just gonna have Asuka as just, all right, you know, she had her time, or depending on how long you've been watching the product, may not even affect you at all. You may just be like, yo, like, She just had some fire matches and she's gone, and it's like, I don't know, maybe y'all didn't care enough about her when she was an active superstar.
And you know, it's one of those things where there are so many spots, and wrestling, it's always about, you know, honestly, a lot of stuff is timing, right time, right place. And you know, I do hate to say it, you know, since WWE is American based, you know, how far are we going to get with somebody whose English wasn't, you
Are
know,
they American based?
calm down, hold on now, hold on now, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
No, but like, just for the product, and yes, for the casual fan and what the business is, it's money now. It's all money, 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 money. And you know, as great of a wrestler Asuka is, and no matter who she steps in the ring with, you know, at the end of the day, she ain't got a catchphrase. She's not hot right now, so they're not selling Asuka mask off the wall. You know, it's just, unfortunately, it is what it is, and that's also what booking. You know, if they want somebody to be the top, you know, guy or girl, you know, they're going to be there. We all saw that with Super Cena. We all saw that with the Big Dog. We all saw that with Charlotte's 17 title reigns in 2 years. It's like you see it. If they want you there, they're going to continue to put you there. And there are also many spots, at least at the top of the mountain. It's always that you have to constantly be fighting and reinventing yourself, especially in this day of social media and whatnot, brand deals. Like, you have to
Yeah.
be, because if you're just a wrestler, you know, unfortunately, it's not going to work for you. That's why we got AEW, and ain't nothing that, you know, crap on AEW. I love AEW. I would love to work there, but they're right. AEW is where the best wrestling is, and WWE is where the best story and pushing merch, and you know, that's what that is. You know, at least that's what I'm seeing, or at least what it's turned into. So, is this it for Asuka? Maybe. And as someone who, like, I didn't know about Asuka until day one when she stepped in NXT, and after that, I've yet to have her outside of my top 5. That's been my dog since then. I was like, oh my god, who is this? Where did she come from? I need more of her weekly. Like, so I can't ever say if she'll ever see this, but Asuka, thank you. If this is it, we thank you.
We'll send it
That's
to her.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we get off track, because I know Flex is going to say something. So, what wasn't recorded was the fact that when I made that prediction, he was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, where the hell is this coming from? We're not going to let this end on a sour note. We got to talk about this, because he just thought, you know, boom, 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 and I just changed the temperature in the room. And he was just like, because he knows what Asuka means to me. So he was just like, Star, honestly, if that was Asuka's last match, I'll give you the ring based off of that. And I kept saying, I hope I'm wrong. Selfishly. But of course, that was off camera. So I'm not demanding anything. I'm just putting it out there. He can deny, he can verify, but I'm just stating facts. I hate to be right about that prediction, but that's what I wanted to let you know.
I mean, hey man, you may be right, and that ring may be his. And you know, unfortunately, unless there's some main event or speech, viewings or house shows of Oscar. That may be it, gang.
House shows. What are those?
Yeah. Like unless we get like they don't do velocity anymore. We got main event and speed.
That's right.
My fault. They're gonna send it. They're gonna send it down to LFG. God, I hate him. I hate him so much. No,
So,
but yeah. Talk to me, Flex.
I just listened to something that one, you can't prove. Can't prove that I said it. And two, according to the WWE folks, she's just going away for a little bit. So, like, I understand. And yes, it was very, very emotional. And, we all love Oscar. Oscar's in our top 3 at least. Some people actually took off Oscar out their top 1 and put a certain redheaded Ireland person that said that she is the best of all time. It's not just her saying it. Other people have said it. Somebody said that on the podcast, but we're not going to talk about who said it. But if I were to tell you that Oscar is gone and I do have to give up this ring, do you really want to win the ring like that? You don't want to win the ring off of that. You want to win it straight up demolishing or embarrassing your ringleader. You don't want to win like that.
First of all,
he's not wrong.
I don't need another man to speak for me, assume for me. You are not my ringleader. You are a ringleader. This is you don't want me to act like Jacob. I will not acknowledge you. Like you're doing a pretty good job acknowledging yourself.
I mean, if it's not going to be me, then I ain't nobody going to acknowledge me. First of all, for the last 4 months, when I had to walk through this every single time you showing this thing was shown so many times. I forgot that we even had the damn thing because you kept showing it and showing it and showing it to the point where I'm just like, I thought it was an accessory on your hand. I thought it was just another knuckle on you, the way that you always had it on. So when I have it and now I want to flaunt it a little bit, now all of a sudden I'm a bad person. You know what? We're going to shelve this conversation because we got company right now. And company should not be in four-tail business just yet. He could be in four-tail business later on, but for right now, he a guest. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. Wherever I put my feet, it's my spot.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to say anything, but you are correct when you say that.
Well, that's the smartest decision you've made since you've gone to ring. Because I was going to say, if you've even watched one of this man's matches, that's exactly how you would respond to him.
Oh, no. I've seen this man live. I've seen this man put the Deep South Wrestling world champion, because Narcissism is world champion in Deep South Wrestling. I've seen this man put the champ to his limit, similar to how Alex Kane, the Beaumont brother, did as well. It just wasn't a no DQ. But I honestly, Naja, you survived the ring.
Got lucky, is what he did.
And guess what? He even had enough energy to say, "Oh, Naja escaped me. I'm popping up at the end of Deep South."
I wasn't done. I didn't feel. I wasn't satisfied. The violence wasn't. The violence wasn't fulfilled. I didn't get enough throws, and then on top of that, I didn't get the win. So I think I was going. What my man say? I'm leaving here with something. Come on now.
Here with something. So, RingZilla,
You're
Mr. Eddie Hindrixx himself. How did you fall in love with wrestling?
Ooh, all right. So it happened in waves. It happened my very first time finding out what wrestling is. I believe it was that whatever show Undertaker came back as the American Badass is when I was like
Okay.
scrolling through TV and I heard the gongs and I was like, what's this? And all of a sudden, keep rolling, running a nigga on the fucking motorcycle. I was like, oh yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. I am right here. And from that point on, wrestling became a very focal point in my life. You know, I've watched it. I wrestled action figures. I wrestled my cousins. I'd wrestle pillows. You know, it was my thing. I had the games, anything that resembled wrestling, fucking Def Jam. I was in there. When it came again, when I was older, it was my senior year of high school, and they had brought back Tough Enough. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go to college, you know, I'm gonna go play football, you know, maybe I can try to get a practice squad somewhere in the league, you know, get me some money, yada yada yada. And the very reason I didn't send in like an audition tape was I'm an 18-year-old kid. They're not going to pick an 18-year-old kid that has never stepped into the business. You know what I'm saying? And the man who won the show was an 18-year-old kid. And that sparked something under me that has not lit, that has not been satiated since. Like, it was that point I said, I will no longer put this on the back burner. Like, this is obviously what I want to do. I like football. Hell, I can even say I love football. But it's not what I want to do. You know, this is not what, you know, everything is always going to feel like a job. This is not. This is definitely what I was meant for. And then it came again 2 years after that. After I, you know, found some guys, started training, you know, yada, yada, yada. I had my very first match. It was like that summer going into my sophomore year of college. I was wrestling under the name King with a Y. That was the very first name I could come up with. I don't know. It just came. And I wrestled 3 matches that night. I looked at the footage and it was like, oh, this is shitty. Everyone else is like, dude, you're amazing. This is really good for a first time. This. But that feeling of being in that ring in front of those 13 to 20 people that were there, going back to the locker room, talking, like doing that, that's how I knew. I was like, if I didn't know for sure, I know now that this is where I belong. And then from that point on, the journey began. I finished college. COVID hit. After COVID, I found the 4, and it was up. So when you come about my love for wrestling, it's wrapped tight. Like, the love goes deeper than, oh, I used to watch Eddie Guerrero, or, oh, you know, I think I can make some money off this. This is what I believe I was put here for.
And
I love it.
the reason I appreciate that, man, there's just so many wrestling fans that kind of share similar experiences. Because for some people, it's in waves. Some people, they just never left. But there's just so many things that happen that just confirm to you, like, nah, like, you can't stay away from this. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
And,
like, even with COVID, no one knew what was going to happen with COVID, how long it was going to last, how that's going to affect businesses and money and all these things. And a lot of people, let's just say, had negative, you know, lifestyles during COVID, but to stay strong and to be like, nah, this storm will pass. Once this is over, I'm gonna get back to it. And now, now you're a powerhouse.
Now it's who's next.
Right. And to have the physique that you have, to be like, yeah, you know, I could do football. I love football, but it ain't wrestling. some people don't even have the option. Sometimes it's injury happens or something else, but you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I could do this. I probably could do well with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do wrestling instead.
And it was just my heart wasn't in football anymore. That's all it was.
Right.
Cause I understood football was a business, and it's just a business I didn't like. I had a coach. It ended that senior year. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. Like it just wasn't it. I was like, I'll do it to get an education, free school, things of that nature. But thankfully, you know, God has blessed me with a warrior's body. I've
Mm.
I've yet to have an injury to put me out too long. I'm always going to keep knocking on wood for that, but like I am built like a tank, so I did have the leisurely to switch from one violently dangerous contact sport to another and be perfectly fine.
So there are times when you watch a wrestler do his or her thing, you kind of see elements of other people, like, oh, okay, I kind of see. There's just something, I know there's nothing original under the sun, but there's something original about you where it's not just a traditional big man who can just launch you and just yeet you out of the ring. You can do that, and you do that, but do you have specific influences, whether people you watched, maybe even individuals who you've had the pleasure of meeting or sharing a ring with? Was there anyone you kind of modeled your game after?
All right. Oh, God. I can't believe I'm going to say this on camera. All right.
Speak your truth, brother.
All right. So, where I got aspects of my game from, came from some of my favorites, growing up, even though like I knew I wasn't going to be 7'2", so like I had to stop looking at people like The Undertaker and Mike Haynes. Those are still some of my favorite wrestlers, from my childhood and what got me into it. But it was my Kurt Angles. It was, my Samoa Joes, my Eddie Guerreros. Like it was those guys that, really showed me, obviously everyone's favorite underdog Ray, that, that you can do this at any size. Rhino, Bam Bam, fucking Taz, like those were the guys, growing up. I could see. I was like, yeah, I could do this because of these guys, or made me think I could do it. Didn't know I could, but as I actively got ready and was getting closer and closer, I did take from some of them, but O'Shea Edwards was my very first Indies wrestling match when I was under the name King. Mm-hmm. He was the guy I trained with before he blew up crazy. So I took aspects from him. I took aspects from my Boomaye brother, Alex Kane, because it's different when you watch it on TV or even if you go in person to actually working with some of these people, And so for me, I got to add elements from people who have done it, who are I got to actually talk to, pick their brain, and find a way to make it mine. Because like you said, the wheel can only be reinvented how many times? But what can you do to make you different, to make you stand out? And honestly, it's not just wrestlers. Like everything that is the RingZilla and Eddie Hindrixx is, I'm going to say, 50% wrestling related. The other
That's scary.
The other 50% comes from everything behind the person who is Eddie Hindrixx. You know, I always feel like your best wrestlers are your people that don't just pull from wrestling.
Mm.
So when I step in that ring, it is the RingZilla because I am Wrestle Godzilla. You hear me talk you hear me talk in such a tone or a pace sometimes that will be reminiscent to Escanor or Amadara. Like I pull from what I like and make it mine to make me different.
Mm.
Because there's so many people that look the same. Hell, I've been Biggie, Mark Henry, Alex Kane, Powerhouse Hobbs, you name it. I've been all of them. I've been every single one of them. And that doesn't hurt my feelings. I appreciate it. All my brothers, I appreciate all that. But what's going to make me different? And that's where I pull from everywhere. I pull promo bars from battle rap. I pull promo bars from the Bible. I pull like I like one I just pulled. I'm trying to think of the verse. He's like, I did not come to bring peace but a sword. Come on now.
That's right.
You can only get stuff like that from the Bible. Like, come on now.
Yep.
So that's what inspired and created what is Eddie Hindrixx, what is the RingZilla. It's not just this, Biggie looking, Kurt Angle strap throwing, Samoa Joe hands, Keith Lee athletics. It's not just those. It's everything. Everything that I've enjoyed, that I like, that I can bring to life in my art form. That's why I feel I stand out.
That's a heck of an answer. Because what I hear is wrestling wise, y'all can say what you want, but my wrestling mind, one of one. One of one. The same way that in a different way that you have a guy like Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. We've seen his build in other guys before, but his ability to step outside the box, to be vulnerable, to be creative, whether it worked or it didn't, you can say, man, I've never seen someone like him before. So you are just beginning. So I can't wait to see how that, materializes and grows as you continue on in your career.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I know I say the same thing. I'm just beginning. I don't have a lot of merch. I don't have a lot of gear. I can't get to every show across the country or hell, even shows overseas. But I know it's just the beginning. And in this short beginning, I've seen so much and been places and made connections that I would have never thought I would have had. I know I'm on the right path. And, I try to be humble about it, but people tell me all the time, you're really good, and I generally hate it because I want to know what I can be better at.
Love that.
Oh,
my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, gang.
No, I was just going to say really quick that is going to get you to everything you want, because it's not just humbleness, but it's also the hunger to be better. You're never going to stop, because when you reach that mountaintop, you're just like, it's a nice sky. I want to go up there. Like, and then when you reach the sky, it's like, it's a nice planet. I'm gonna go over there. Like, it's never going to be enough for you. That's going to bring you everything that you want, because you've already done things in your life that you're proud of, whether it's your family, whether it's in wrestling. So the sky's not just the limit for you. The limit is whatever you say it is.
The limit is wherever I decide to rest my feet at the end of the day.
Amen.
That's right.
That's how you gotta take it. You know, this ain't easy. Wrestling ain't easy. Besides the physical, the mental, the emotional, the gatekeeping, everyone holding hands, all this other stuff that you go through that you may not didn't know was part of the business until you stepped in it.
Mm.
You just gotta keep going. Because even if you know that you're not going to make it to the top, or if that's not your dream, shoot for whatever your dream is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you physically can only be the best wrestler in West Georgia for the next 7, 8 years, be that.
Right.
You know, I've never understood people who, shit talk, people who are, obviously not the best or, this or that, because not everyone has the same goal as you. And you shouldn't, doubt them for it. Some people are just more realistic. And then, even with that, that may even pull you somewhere you didn't even know. Like this wrestle game, like this life aspect, everything about it, you got to have your head straight on where you want to go, then go get it.
I
Simple.
love that mentality.
It's easier said than done always, but trust. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
Hey, I don't care. But oh boy, Mike, the greatest of all time. Ain't no debates.
Got no argument from me.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Mm, but since we're speaking about backlash
Mhm.
Uh
and whatnot, um, the thing is, like, you know, I don't, and like the word like botching. I mean, it's not a real bot. I don't care about botches. That's not a real thing to me.
Mhm.
Because you never know what's gonna happen. This is
Right.
a live performance. Shit happens, and so I don't think whatever so many slip ups that happened with Seth and Braun took away from that match either. I've been hearing that enough, but that didn't take away from that at all.
Match was
Hon-
amazing.
Honestly, I enjoy dirty wrestling. I enjoy the nitty gritty. It may not look pretty all the time, but it's going to get the job done because it has that realism of what wrestling is. Not everything you may have quote unquote whatever is going to go through. You slip, you misstep. Hell, I've seen Shaq slip. I've seen Kobe miss a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom
right.
Brady has an interception. Like this is a live competition. Things are going to happen. But it's about how you get back up and keep performing. And them boys put on the damn show. That's all I got to say. Them boys put on a banger.
Absolutely. Honestly, if that's the only takeaway that you got from that match was to me, I only noticed like one misstep, which was the trying to twirling into the pedigree. I think other people might have called out other things, which honestly I didn't. But if you could watch that entire match and that's your takeaway from it, you're not a fan, you're a critic.
Exactly. We got enough critics.
Right.
Absolutely.
We got
And you
enough.
don't think that the wrestlers beating themselves up when they know they messed up something. They know.
Hmm.
We don't need to make them feel worse about it.
Yeah. And, some people don't handle that shit well.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't handle that well, dog. Look, I'm going to let you know now. You can talk trash with the best of me. If I mess up, I know I mess up. But guess what? It ain't going to hurt my feelings. We ain't gonna get into my head. But y'all better be watching as a fan who y'all be talking to, because some of these people really be off their rockers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
really be off their rockers, dog.
people ain't gonna say nothing to you in person.
Right.
Not at all. It's not smart. Yeah, it's not smart, especially when I'm around the ring. You're liable to get put down. So, just keep it copacetic. Keep it all cordial. And if you think you got what it takes to, want to go blow for blow, who am I to deny you that request? Who am I to deny you that request?
Eddie Hindrixx, ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of Make a Wish.
Oh man, yeah. I'd have more Make a Wishes granted than John Cena. Don't even worry about it.
Woo. Well, listen, I know this crazy ringleader person has some up his sleeve. So I'm my final question, kind of general, but you can answer it whether in the short term or the long term. What is the one goal that you are targeting at this moment?
At this moment, I'll keep it simple. There's no need to think.
Okay.
Eddie Hindrixx will be your king of the heavyweights at some point. And when it's all said and done, when you're looking at the Mount Rushmore of the best bigs to ever do it, you're gonna see Andre, Hindrixx, Taker, and that's gonna be it. And that's the goal. And if you didn't like to hear it, you can come see me. I ain't too hard to find. Atlanta is right here. If you are big and you want to disagree, you can come to me. I'll come to you. We can see, because like a lot of these bigs that just big bodied, I am real power. Your gravity ain't gonna work over here. I'm a natural disaster. So you being 400, 6'7", and no one can move because you ain't never got off the couch. Guess what? When you go 6+ feet in the air and land on your head and realize like, oh, he was serious.
You know what I loved about what you said? You said Andre, me, Taker. You know why that's important? Is because people always debate that fourth slot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But 1, 2, non-negotiable.
Hey, look, top 3, not 3. That's not debatable. That is not debatable.
From what I've seen, that is probably the easiest analysis of your future, because like I said before, the work you put in, the mentality that you have, there's no way that you won't be in that top 3. And I'll probably would say top 3, not 2.
Hey man, there can only be one.
Yes, sir.
And it ain't gonna be easy. There's history you have to beat. There's the future and the now you have to beat. There's so much, and it's okay. I've always loved a good fight. We've never ducked a fade here. Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, if I'm sitting on the top of my throne, bad leg, missing an arm, that's still king, yeah.
Right.
That's all that matters.
As long as you got the head to put the crown on, you can.
I'll have somebody put it on for me if I can't. That's all I'm saying.
I love it. Now, you were talking about there can only be one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Hindrixx, I got something for you, and I'm going to switch us to the top.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Now, I got the bracket of Eddie Hindrixx.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to explain the bracket, and I'm going to let you pick your choices. So, this is the best of the Hindrixx versus what I feel like is the best of the Eddies. So, this is an Eddie versus Hindrixx bracket.
That's
So some of these names you might not know. I think you may or may not know when I can explain those names.
Yeah.
So
who's that first bracket right there?
The first two at the top, the 1-8 matchup is Jimi Hendrix versus Future Hendrix.
Oh, God damn.
That's nasty work, but
that's
they're both artists. They're both Hendrix.
How dare you? How dare you? All right. Future Hendrix, moving on. I don't want to talk about
it. The 8 upsets the 1. Let's go.
And that would hit my soul there, but I had. All right,
it's your bracket.
I'll live with it.
This bracket. We're not going to ever say anything about it because, like I said, I don't want to get stacked. I don't want to get thrown 7, 10, 25 feet in the air because I believe
I would love to see that.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you just be quiet? How about that? Because I'm gonna make him do it to you too. Because my big brother said something. Yeah, you're my big brother. So if it happens to me, it's gonna happen to you too.
I mean, he's not wrong. You know, you got to take the ass whooping as a unit.
Yeah, thank you. See, 4TL, we're in it for he said 4TL forever. So in for a penny, in for a pound.
Hey man,
I'm grabbing the steel chair, but continue with your bracket.
All right, so we got the 4-5 matchup. Now we got Christina Hendricks. So Christina Hendricks is from Mad Men. If you want to look up what Christina Hendricks looks like, you can. But she was Mad Men. And John Hendricks, who is actually the creator of the Discovery Channel.
Oh, really?
So,
Christina Hendricks. All right, don't even worry about it. Christina Hendricks. All right, cool.
Who'd you pick, Christina, or did you pick John?
Christina, 100%.
Oh, okay. So you knew who Christina Hendricks was?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, boom. See, all your lower seeds are winning. I like that. Now this one, I don't know about this one though. So we got Eddie Guerrero, versus Eddie George, the running back. Yeah,
that's a crazy matchup.
It is, isn't it?
And the only reason why it's going to be an Eddie Guerrero clean, is because you say the wrong thing about Eddie Guerrero, you better be ready to fight. That's all, and that's on everybody. You know, you can't speak. You gotta watch what you say about Guerrero in public, man. You might get snubbed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. RP level. And last but not least, we got Eddie Griffin.
This is nasty.
Eddie Murphy. You're already laughing because you knew.
Damn it. All right. Listen, we'll do this in the way that I learned. Is that a talking donkey? I'm not only a talking donkey. I'm a singing donkey too. Eddie Murphy on. Come on now. Gotta send them.
On the road again.
I mean,
oh man.
Eddie Murphy literally has a sheet of just banger after banger after banger, and it's like still doing it.
It is.
You got our semis now.
It's hard, bro. It's hard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's hard. You gave me Griffin and Murphy. I was like, damn, how dare you?
Yeah, because Eddie Griffin still was doing his 1s and 2s. He's still doing it right now. It's like, look.
And he is. And you can't be mad at it.
I'm saying.
But I got Shrek 5 coming out, and so I know I better get me a donkey.
There you go. Look.
I'm with you.
Simple.
So we got Future Hindrixx versus Christina Hindrixx in the semifinals for the Hindrixx.
Mm. Oh, whoa. All right. I've been doing some thinking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing some thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Future Hindrixx.
Oh
Okay.
man.
It's going to still be Future Hindrixx. Mainly because I can't bring Jimmy back.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to stick by my future route. I'm gonna have to stick by my future pick.
8
I'm gonna have
seed.
to ride
The 8 seed is riding to the finals.
8 seed to the finals.
But this one, you know what? This one is like a 7 overtime football. This is like LSU and what was it? Mississippi State, where they had like that 7 overtime game where just nobody wanted to win.
Exactly.
Eddie Murphy versus Eddie Guerrero. I actually feel bad even asking you to pick one.
Well, it's your fault.
It is my fault, and I'll take full responsibility. You know what? I will get. Star has nothing to do with the ass whooping that I'll probably get because I just asked you that question. I'm going to exclude him from that.
Oh, so you actually tell the truth about that? That's not AI. Okay, go on.
I mean, look, I'm a fair champ, ring leader.
Okay. All right. Shit. All right.
I feel bad now.
You should feel horrendous.
I wanted to.
Yeah, Flex. Remember, he started off the episode by saying he's in a good mood. Did you forget that part?
Yeah,
I didn't forget it, but I just thought that
the mood is siphoning. It's going into anger and despair and annoyance.
You're not the first big black person that I made upset, and you're not going to be the last, unfortunately.
Not gonna be the. Oh my god.
As long as you understand.
I understand.
Yeah. So the person going to the finals and is also our champion.
Ooh.
Diva.
Is Mr. Latino Heat.
Ooh.
Right. That's right.
It has to be Latino Heat.
That's right.
Just for me personally. Latino Heat had more of an impact on my life, I think, than Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was really hot way before I was born. He was still cool when I was born and get to see all the stuff he did get to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I actively got to live and watch Latino Heat every week. They had me in there lying, cheating, and stealing. I had never cried for someone I never knew until that day.
Yeah.
I've yet to lay tears down for someone I have never met, known, or anything until that day. So it's going to be Mr. Guerrero as our champion.
As he should.
It got to. It's only right.
Oh man, Mr. Eddie Hindrixx, you have done right as you obviously was going to do right. I thank you for obliging and allowing me to ask you these questions. Though I did make you upset, but here's the thing: the right person took the win. So I appreciate it.
And he lied and cheated his way all the way to it.
Oh, as he should.
Because Eddie Murphy had to win, and then Chavo came out, and then the chair, and then they both fell down. But nah, he got the roll up. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Love it.
Lie, cheat, and steal all the way to the victory. That's the way to do it.
That's right.
And hey, if you ain't lying, cheating, and stealing, that means you don't really care.
You ain't trying.
You ain't trying. That's simple.
So I got a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any body or any promotion that you want to essentially shout out and give your flowers to? The floor is yours.
All right. First things first. Praise to the Most High.
Amen.
We wouldn't be here without him. I couldn't step in that ring and do anything without that. So that's always where I'm gonna put my praises at.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing, it's always gonna be the gang, Fade Area Militia.
Mm.
You already know the boys, Jay Tyler, King Fade himself, the Duke of Decatur, Mr. Deep South Suplex Machine, Travis 3000, In Nature's Son, God's Mistake, DJ Bruner. That is the Fade Area Militia. That is the boys. That is the team that will put boots, hands, chains, all that to anybody. Your favorites. It doesn't matter. Other people I'm going to shout out. Neji Ichiban. He understands. Like he's I love watching him wrestle. I'm a fan. My boy Grayson Pierce, my boy GP. That's been my dog since day one. We back when we were teaming way back at the 4. That's been my dog. Hey, and I even though I despise this man with a passion, that's still my dog. Hakeem Young. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him, but that's twinning them. That's evil twin. Look, the South, we got so much going on.
Yes, we do.
Georgia has so much talent. DWA is where I work at.
Yes, sir.
That's my home promotion. I'm down on Deep South, tearing it up. Look, here's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And where's this camera? This is for everyone watching. Mm-hmm. Promotions, wrestlers, the world. Eddie Hindrixx, the Fade Area Militia, the new era. We are coming. And we do not care anymore. There will be no more waiting. There will be no more of this old way of thinking when it comes to the wrestling business. You're either going to get with the program or get ran over. We're done with it. We're taking wrestling back. It's ours again. Yes, Lord. And like I said before, and look, you ain't even got to be a big. If you didn't like anything I had to say today, and you really feel some way about it, Atlanta, you can come see me. You can find me on Instagram, Eddie Hindrixx. I'll come to you, and I'll dump you in that ring. Simple. Look, I felt something. I apologize, a little aggressive. I just had to let everybody know it's done. We are taking wrestling back. It is ours again. Wrestling will be fun again. Yes, Lord.
You hear that, right, Star?
I'm not the one who's deaf, Flex.
God. I'm trying. We're trying to work together here, bro. Like we're trying to be cool with RingZilla. And we're trying
Oh,
to be
I'm
cool
cool with
with
RingZilla.
that we don't have to worry about when they take
Oh, I've
over.
I've made that very clear. I have no issue with RingZilla at all.
Look, let me go and tell you something. As of right now, 4TL, y'all are humble residents in the Fade area. Y'all are safe as long as y'all don't do nothing stupid. Simple as that. 4TL
Okay.
is Fade area, is Fade area territory. It's RingZilla layer. I don't care who comes on before or after. They know where we at.
Hey, and bring all of them too. This can be y'all. Yeah, like you said, this your layer. Bring them all on.
Mm-hmm. And that. Look, next time we're gonna have the gang. It's gonna be all of us, so you can see that the ignorance runs high.
Call them all out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we want to be that for y'all. Sorry, go ahead, Star.
Sir, I have nothing else to add. Honestly, this entire episode should have ended after. It's not even a promo; it's a statement.
And
The
the thing
RingZilla
is,
segment.
it's not a promo. This is from the heart. This ain't nothing. Ain't nothing I have to say is false or fake. I feel how I feel for a reason. They know. I don't have to say too much. But if you see where we're at and where we're heading, they know. They see it too. But it's not just us. I'm just naming the people that I know. I just name the people that I know are here to help take it over. Take it back. I almost forgot. Shout out my dogs. Teriyaki and Jay Lucas.
Ooh,
Those are my dogs.
shout to Teriyaki. Yes.
Shout out to Teriyaki.
My God,
Shout out the gang, because at the end of the day, they out there popping it off too. And just like that, they may have their own way of going about it, but they feel it too. Wrestling needs to be brought back to what is ours. There was a reason from 2000 to from 90s to that wrestling was the biggest thing on the planet. There is a reason for it. It's time we go back.
I love it. Restore the feeling. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm tired of seeing Slim Jim on my damn ring.
on your tables.
I'm so sick of it.
Listen, that's why 4TL we do indie shows, because I could do without the hoopla. I could do without the flashing lights and the entertainment and the the Hollywoodness of it. Sometimes I just need that underground feel. I need that. Now I'm gonna talk trash to the fan that's sitting ringside. I don't need this overcomplicated nonsense where now I gotta worry about, like, oh man, you know what? So and so is having contract disputes, so I don't know if they're gonna win this match. Now I just want to watch wrestling. I just want to see two individuals. If it's a one-on-one match, who's better? I want to get to the point where, like, if they are that great in the ring, I'm the winner because I got a great match regardless of who won.
Exactly.
Sometimes it doesn't need to be that difficult. And if
It's not.
Damn it, if Eddie Hendricks is in that match, more than likely I know who's winning that match.
Hey man. Hey, look, you're not wrong. Not too many people can put me down. It's happened, but I get back up. And 9 times out of 10, you gotta cheat.
Well, they needed to cheat to beat you to become King of the South champion.
Nah, that wasn't cheating, dog. That was just right time, wrong place.
Oh man.
I can't even do it. I can't even say that was even cheap. That was right time, wrong place. And unfortunately, somehow that man got back up. I don't understand. I tried to send him through the ring with that power bomb from the stage,
That
but it didn't.
powerbomb from the stage was so crazy. My
And
man, my man almost got broken in half when he got in the ring.
it should have ended him. I just lost all my gas. I had to pop my shit, and then I passed out. Um, it happens. Lesson learned. Pop my shit after the pin.
Oh man. So if all hearts, minds are at ease, I think we can call this 4TL over. So
Yes, Lord.
from the ringleader flex, the forever 4TL ever champ, and two, anybody.
Mhm.
I'm passing it to y'all.
Oh, you passing it to me. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, look, you got your boys. Look, I appreciate y'all bringing me on here. My boy, ringleader, hit him with that flex. Forever champ. I don't believe it. My boy, the shooting star, RingZilla. It's been a wonderful Tuesday. What we got? Is it NXT tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tonight. All right, cool. Hey, look, we got some NXT tonight. You already know what the deal is, and that's I don't know. Maybe let's say 5 years. Hindrixx on NXT, maybe.
Why not?
We want to see you
Maybe
tonight.
less.
You might be on there tonight.
We gonna see him
Hey,
tonight.
don't. You'd be surprised. Don't. Where the show at? I'll pull up. Yeah, they're gonna have to
There
kick
you
me out. I'll walk through the front door. They're gonna kick me out. No, but like real talk, I appreciate it. Like again, get the chance to get to express my art, express what really gets what really gets me going. I appreciate that. And
We
again,
appreciate you taking the
for the
time.
coach.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And the best way to end this is just saying we taking wrestling back.
Damn right.
So you know we got to end it with the 2 words.
If you could find 2 words, go ahead.
Oh, it's the takeover.
Take over.
WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I'm right here with the 2 players for the Love of Wrestling podcast. And if you don't subscribe and you don't get hooked up, then you might end up going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Oh, boy! The Undertaker! The Undertaker! The Undertaker! The Undertaker! Wow! The Undertaker. No, man, tell you can't do that. The Undertaker. The Undertaker.